All right, so
Hey, welcome to. We gotta have like an intro or something.
I'm Ken,
I'm Nye.
and we're married.
What's wrong with you? So
Hey, look,
silly.
this is what we doing today, right? We're gonna do some questions, right? You know, they want to get to know us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I only been married to you since not yesterday, but 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, you know.
I don't know where you got that from.
But yeah, we've been married for like not too long, but you know what I'm saying. I knew when she saw me that she thought that I was her husband, so you know what I'm saying. I was like, okay, I guess I asked her a question. That's how it went, right?
That's not.
How it went? Come on, before we get in these questions, how it went, boo?
That's so funny.
Tell your side of the story. I tell mine.
When I first met
and
you,
y'all choose who telling the truth.
When I first met you talking about?
Yeah, whenever. However it went. Yeah, when you first met me, boo.
Yeah, when I first met him, I didn't even meet him first. I met his sister.
Okay.
And I was like, I feel like I know you. And she was like, from where? And I was like, I don't know. Because I really had no idea. I just swore I knew her face somehow, some way.
So that's what they do. Ladies, ladies really peep game now. She got a husband off of what she talking about. So
oh my goodness, y'all. Yeah. I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him. I didn't even notice him. Didn't see him because I was like, she looks familiar, so I was trying to talk to her. Uh-huh. And then she was like, oh, I came with my brother Kendrick. And then you turned around and you said, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, did I introduce myself then? He kind of was in his own world.
We shook hands.
Yeah,
there you go. She's telling the truth. I was in my own world. We shook hands, and what I do, I turned right back around because I was feeling.
Yeah, you did.
I was filling my plate up with some cheese or something. We was at
that
this
was
fancy.
Nasty.
We was at this fancy event, like all the millionaires.
One Hope Global Forum 2022.
Yep.
Yeah, it was 2022.
Shout out to them.
So Kendrick ended up getting this big thing of brie cheese. If you know about brie cheese, the outside of it is like a hard piece, and I don't think you're supposed to eat that. If you do, I don't know how people do. So instead of Kendrick taking the scraper piece and like scraping through or out the middle part, he just grabbed basically the whole piece and put it on his plate. And I was in line like, either he really likes this cheese or he has no idea.
She was watching me, y'all. Watching
because
me.
I've never seen anybody take that. I was like, oh, that's different. And I think I still was talking to your sister though. We were still talking like in line. So then I went over, we all were talking together or whatever. And I noticed Kendrick had ate the cheese. And I noticed him put a napkin over his mouth
and spit it out.
Put the napkin on his plate, and then put his plate on some like one of them areas where they come to like take your plates afterwards, and just like walked away. And I was in my head like, yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna like that. I knew he just thought he was hungry, so just went for that whole piece of cheese.
You know, I'm in one of these settings, this little fancy place. I'm like, man, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna do, just explore.
Should have just went for the fruit, but that's how we met. And then it was me. Okay, so then he goes, we're telling each other about like what we do in business. While we're there, he's telling me about what he does inside the community. Every year he has an annual blackout bullying event. And he told me he has a son. And at the time he was 7. He was like, but I'm not with mom. And I was like, and then he just, he didn't like pause. He just kept going. He kept going. But in my head, I was like,
I can't explain that. I can't explain. Okay. I don't know what made me. You know what I'm saying? So she got me on that.
It had to have been the spirit. Like, let me just let her know.
Like, hey, I'm not with the mama though. Like,
yeah, because I will say once he said son, I was kind of like, okay, I want to keep in contact for like business. But son gives, you're probably with the mom, which is beautiful. But I was like, I don't want her to think nothing crazy, so I'm gonna keep in touch with the sister probably.
See,
but then he was like, not the mom.
I must have felt that in my soul or something. I just had to be like,
not with mom, and I was like,
not with the mom. No.
Okay. And then we kept chit chatting, and then That night, I think you guys walked me to my car, you and your sister, which was kind. Interesting neighborhood my car was in. Yeah. And then the next day, was that the day you guys saved me seats? Or was it the day after
we saved you seats because
we were both kind of running late, but I ended up running a little bit later because of the traffic coming from, I think, Douglasville. They tried to get to Atlanta. Here's Saint. You want to be in here, Saint? You want to get in your video? Don't lick me. And so they saved me a seat. And it's so funny because I was like, I don't see you guys. And when I just was like, I'm just gonna find a seat because I turned around. I always feel awkward in big crowds, and I feel like I'm like looking around to find somewhere to like sit or trying to find somebody in big crowds. So I was like, I'm just gonna sit here.
She's still like that to this day. Trust me. Yeah, another story to come soon.
I am still like that. So I ended up just sitting down at the table, and then when I looked up, they were literally sitting like right in front of me, like the table right in front, diagonal. I was like, that's funny. Right. That is funny. And that day we all went out to lunch afterwards.
That's when it really got spicy, y'all.
Yeah, I asked if they wanted to go to lunch because I kind of was like, because I went to the conference by myself. Like I flew down from Massachusetts, stayed with my grandmother, and I thought they were cool. I felt like a lot of people I had met were older, which was fine. They were all dope, but I felt like you guys were the closest to like my age group, I guess. And just kind of felt like, I guess, I don't know, something in my spirit was like, we can just hang out or something. So I was like, I'll just hang out with them. But everyone I met there was dope, like people from all different states, like some really cool women at that
a lot of
conference. A lot of networking.
Entrepreneurs and a lot of networking and stuff like that.
And a lot of like Black people. Like me from Massachusetts, there ain't a whole lot. At least not in not a lot at one time. I'd say, not all the time, sometimes. But like for me, that was where I'm from, Massachusetts. No. So when I went, I just was like, this is awesome. So I just felt like we was vibing. So I was like, I don't really want the vibe to end. So let's go to lunch because I was hungry. And I think your sister said she was hungry. So I was, do you guys want to get like lunch or something? I think she was like, Ken, you want to get lunch? And you were like, yeah, sure. Why not? So we ended up going to lunch.
So I got to pause right there, right? Okay. Because I want the ladies to pick up on step number 2 now. So the first one was, I
was not plotting
if it's a guy that's with his sister or a friend or something, you approach the sister or friend, you know what I'm saying? So that's number 1. Number 2, you know what I'm saying, keep the night going. She said she didn't want the night to end. Okay, go ahead.
First off, it was the afternoon time. It was like 1, 2 o'clock.
I'm only saying what you said. Well, you said you didn't want to keep the vibe going.
Vibe.
Not the night. Keep the vibe going. She didn't want the vibe to end. Don't let the vibe end.
He's
Step
so
number 2.
Silly.
Come on, keep going.
So we went to lunch, and we were eating. Let me tell y'all, I really didn't think nothing about Kendrick at all, other than he had these big old rings on his fingers. So I was like,
they gone now, y'all. Okay.
I don't really know what I thought when I see him. I just kind of was like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think much about it. They just kind of popped out. Mm-hmm. We all were like sitting talking about like the event, what we do. I think we at different points just kind of started about like asking different questions. I think I asked like, did you tell me I was eating pretty before or after the...
I said, look at you trying to eat all pretty and stuff. Like, she took that as me calling her pretty.
Because he was.
And I was just saying she just eating all pretty. Like,
no, he was calling pretty.
Like, what I mean by
but I was eating. Pretty, I wasn't like, even trying to like eat any sort of way.
So proper or something like that. I'm from the South, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
oh my goodness,
hospitable. You know what I mean? Like,
so you wanted to see show food down.
Just eat. Like,
but I was eating. I wasn't even trying to cutesy.
I know that babe was hungry. I heard her stomach growling. I'm like, eat. Like,
no, you didn't.
No, I didn't. But I'm just saying. I just felt like
y'all know he be the liar in the story. There.
I just felt like she was eating pretty, y'all, and I'm just like, just eat your food. You ain't got to, Okay, maybe I was just trying to catch her personality a little bit too, but she took it as me calling her pretty, I guess. So ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So okay, continue.
And so in my head I was like, oh yeah, he thinks I'm pretty, but I'm played off.
Oh yeah, she said something about my rings, y'all. She said something
What
about
did
my
I
rings.
ask? I think I asked if you were married.
I don't know. She was insinuating.
I ended up asking if he was
something.
married. Y'all, if you see them, they're big.
Uh-huh.
I don't really see men with big rings on. And it wasn't giving like feminine. They just were these really big rings. I hadn't seen that before, so I just was intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I asked you like where you got them from or if they were a gift. I think I asked if they were a gift. What if he was married? 2, if they were a gift. Because I'm like, okay, gift means
I think she probably said
some
like
woman got them for him.
Yeah, like a
So-
woman got me that or something like that. And then Keisha my sister would probably like somebody of them his pimp rings or something like that.
Yeah. And I was in my head like, pimp rings? That sounds interesting. I don't really know how to feel about that. But I was like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just ask questions about like, do men like to be approached by women or should men always do the approaching? I think that was the question.
It was something like that, like, how do you show that you're interested? Like, okay, so I hit her with a, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I felt like she was feeling me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, let me get out of La La Land. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know I'm here on just strictly business or whatever. But, you know, it's like, okay, let's have a little fun here. I'm like, so how do you let someone know that you're interested? Like, how do you let a guy know that you're interested? And what was your answer, boo? What you say?
I think I said...
She said she hit the...
It's usually in my eyes.
She said she hit the double take, y'all. That's what she said. She said she do a double take.
But I'll make sure you know I'm double taking versus... Because sometimes I just be looking around and don't be paying no mind. But no, I'm going to like probably look at you dead in your face and then double take or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
so that's what she told me, right? Okay, go ahead. You getting somewhere?
No, you can go.
So basically, you know what I'm saying... We got done eating and all that good stuff. And,
oh, yeah, we were walking back. And remember I took my food to go and I gave it to that man.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it to a homeless man.
So when we were getting ready to leave, right, she wanted to take all of these pictures and stuff like
good.
that. So we took pictures. It was in the I was in a little gift box or something like that. It was
they had
time.
It was Christmas
It was
time.
lights and stuff like that. So took individual pictures. We took pictures, all 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? She wanted it just me and her, but you know, I'm sure in her head.
No.
But anyway, we took pictures. So then you know we walk her to the car or whatever, and then you know my sister being how she is, I felt like she kind of walked a little bit in front of us or something like that. And so when it was time, you know, to go give a hug or whatever, like, you know, say goodbyes and stuff like that, she kind of held me a little tighter. I was like, oh.
I feel like I just was giving her.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't give me no church hug. She ain't give me nothing. She kind of hugged me and she, you know, held me a little bit. And I was like, okay. Then she did the little look back double take. I said, oh, okay. I started smiling after that.
I might look back. He was looking back.
Yeah,
so I had to quickly turn my face because I was like, oh, gosh, she caught me on my double take.
Caught you.
In real time. I was
Caught
like...
you. I was like, oh.
I started laughing. I was laughing my way up the steps to go because my car was, I think, on the top floor or the next floor up. So once I departed, I remember giggling up the stairs and was like, oh my goodness.
And in between the days, right, we had already exchanged numbers. Was in a group chat, her, my sister and I. And she was trying to get us to join this trading call or something like that, you know.
Oh, yeah, it was an informational. Yeah, you fell asleep on it. Crazy.
I fell asleep on it.
Great information, y'all. But he definitely fell asleep. I don't know why he fell asleep.
But
it was a really good call.
And she pretty much was texting. You know, I was a horrible texter.
Terrible.
And so she, go ahead, tell the truth. What you did, boo.
So I was like, you know, God, it was really cool to like meet like him and his sister, and I would love to keep like in touch with them. And I was like, he just seems like he's about business. He seems like he's a gentleman, a nice guy, and I feel like he's kind of interested because of this double take. I said, but I don't want to make the first step, or at least I don't really know how to go about it. So I was trying to send the photos that we all took together inside of a group chat, but they both have Androids and I have an iPhone. And my phone, for whatever reason, just wasn't sending the pictures through. So I ended up sending them the photos individually. He thought it was part of a scheme, but I just was like, oh, this ends up working out in my favor because they weren't sending in the group. That's really what it was. Saying, jeez. And so I ended up sending them both their photos in different messages and stuff. And then I guess that's how we started to stay in contact.
All right, so she got home, right? I forgot about, like, you know, I guess texting her or whatever.
Yeah, because I think his sister had told me to let them know when I get back safely. Or I think they said we hope you get back safely. So in my head, it's like, okay, let them know I got back safely.
Individual text. That's the third key. That's the third one.
That's so
funny. The first one is, okay, approach the girl, right?
He's so funny.
The second one was what?
I don't know.
Keep the vibe going. And then the third one is separate from the girl and go straight for the chase. Now go for what you want, right? You got to use the person first. Keep the vibe going when you got it going. And then separate and go for what you want. So
he's so funny.
And that's how you get
this is
husband. That's how you get married.
That is Kendrick's.
You know, that's how she did. So when she texts me that, I'm looking like, I'm like, oh, she's so sweet. I was like, let me. I was like, yeah, thank you for letting me know you made it safe, because I wasn't expecting no text about none of that anyway. So I was like, thank you for letting me know you made it safe. I have to call you one of these days when I don't think you busy or whatever. And she, you know, instantly texted
and
back.
he said, what does your schedule look like?
No.
Yeah, you did. You let me know when when you're not busy, but what do your days look like? You did say okay. You did say something like that, though,
I said, I'll text you when I don't think you I'll call you when I don't think you're busy.
Yeah, but how would you know when I'm busy?
And then you said you would love that.
Yeah, I did say that. Yep.
She said either she would love that or she would like that. One of the two. And I was like, oh. Then I was like, you know, what's your schedule look like and stuff like that.
And I said either early mornings or the evenings.
There you go.
I was working.
Boom. And guess what? I probably called her the next day or something.
Yeah, you did.
I went to, I think I went out to eat, and then I called you. I don't know if she picked up the first time. I think she did call me back, and we stayed on the phone for a good little while that first time.
It was probably like 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then I gave it, I think, like 2 days before I called you back. I think it was like, might have been a day or two. Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to be like super like. Well, I guess because I was like, should I let him reach back out to me, or do I need to be? I might have texted him, y'all, but I wasn't calling yet.
Ain't no way she just. I don't remember.
We'll have to go back to the messages.
Yeah,
I might have texted.
Sure. We'll have to come back to this video cut.
I think we started doing that random texting in Spanish. Was that then?
You funny.
You remember that?
I remember.
We both on Google Translate.
I was using Google Translate.
Speaking Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was copying and pasting up the wazoo trying to see what he was talking about.
Right, I don't know.
But anyway, so
yeah. You gotta be different, guys. Just do something different. But I do know that.
So I called them probably like 2 days later because I was like, well, reciprocity. He called, so I called. So I called him when I was taking my dog to go get get neutered. I know you were so upset that day, Sam. Sorry. Mm-hmm. And we were on the phone for like an hour, basically up until I lost service and Sam was going to his appointment. And then from there, the rest is ow.
Oh Lord!
Ow! He shoved his toy into my nail.
Let me see.
Okay, Sam, all done. Nothing happened. It just hurt.
Goodness.
Yeah, goodness is right. You're too aggressive. Play with Ken. Mm-hmm. We used to be able to play aggressive, but okay, Saint. Saint wants to be in the video. Hey, Saint. Hey, honey. Okay.
And y'all see how rigged I got with the ring light. You just showed them how. Stop.
Hey, man. I didn't mean to, but then I was like,
beginning, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But
Make
anyway,
you work, make you do what to do. Hey, don't start all that.
anyway, so yeah, now she took him to the vet. We was on the phone. Now we got a whole house together at the end.
There's a whole lot in between, but that's how our story started.
Right, it's a whole lot in between.
And we started having phone calls.
We did cause we did the long distance thing. Like I said, like she said, she was in Massachusetts. I'm in good old Alabama.
Yeah.
And guess where I got her to come to? Alabama.
Yep. All right, y'all. We're supposed to be doing questions, but I guess we'll do that for the next video.
Right, because
20
this,
minutes is-
like, wow.
Well, because we never really fully introduced ourselves and, like, our story. We just were like, ask questions. And it's like, wait, but who are we?
Right.
But yeah, y'all, I'm from Massachusetts.
So, yeah.
He's from Alabama.
Ooh, it's so much. I mean, like, like, how long the video got to be? Because, I mean,
we're gonna have to
we
start a new
are
one.
young entrepreneurs. Like, I mean, it's so much to talk about. Have you seen the short? Like,
He's so funny.
I mean,
He's
like,
so silly. I mean, like, because we know he's just being silly when he's so silly. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to catch y'all on the flip. This was Ken and I.
do a heart or something.
We'll catch y'all. Why are you pushing so hard?
So I'm trying to form the
Jeez.
heart. Like, there we go. It look like a spade or something. It don't look like no heart. Anyway.
Spade.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye. Look at how pretty my nails were. That Ken got
Oh
me
my,
for
I can't even stop.
Valentine's Day. Okay,
Oh,
bye.
well, show out then. Show out. Go ahead. Show them what I got you.
You're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
K for Kendrick, K for King.
Ooh.
This is my engagement ring. That's super beautiful. It's a heart.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to this full story later. But, all right, now we're really leaving. Bye.
Bye.